Good morning, all. Welcome for this lecture. Today we are going to discuss the rotating magnetic field of an induction motor. Okay, this is denoted as RMF, or rotating magnetic field. Let's see how magnetic field is going to be rotating. Okay, as we know that see conductor with coil, okay, it is electromagnet, right? A conductor with the winding upon that electromagnet. If you supply this, when you given a supply for this, then what happens is current starts flowing through this conductor electromagnet. Okay, so when current is passes through the electromagnet, there will be an electromagnetic field. Okay, so this is called as flux, that we can denote it as phi. Okay, this we know, right? Similarly, what happens here is for a three-phase synchronous motor. Okay, as we know, it consists of stator and a rotor. Okay, this is stator and a rotor. It will be mounted on the shaft. Okay, so what happens is, on the stator we are going to give the supply. As we know, the motor action, if you give the supply to the stator, then rotor start rotating. That will discuss in detail. Okay, so now we'll see how this magnetic field is going to rotate. Okay, so observe what is the stator. Stator has its construction. We have observed in a construction video, right? So there, stator consists of a stator winding upon that. Okay, when you pass current through this, okay, you are going to give three-phase supply. Okay, three-phase AC supply for this. So when you have given three-phase AC supply, and then so three-phase current starts flowing through this, okay, to the stator. And what is stator? Stator consists of what? Stator windings upon that. Okay, it is nothing but electromagnet, right? When you are passing three-phase supply to this, then there will be a three-phase magnetic field, or you can say it is a flux, electromagnetic field. Okay, so therefore we need to find out how much flux is this and how it will be rotating. Okay, as we know, the stator part is a static part, okay, which is not moving at all. So it is a stationary part, okay, which will not move. Then also we say this rotating, it is a magnetic field which is produced through the three-phase supply start rotating. We'll see how, what you mean by this one. So let's start with this. Consider a stator, okay, of a three-phase induction motor. And then if you give a three-phase supply to this, what happens there? Three-phase induction motor carries a three-phase star or delta connection, it might be. Okay, so right, then when you have given a three-phase supply, then three-phase current starts flowing through simultaneously, okay, through this windings, right? And remember, these windings are displaced by 120 degree each. Okay, so the phase sequence, let's take, so three phase sequence as RYB. Okay, let's take it as RYB, right? Then what happens is three separate, okay, different magnetic field is going to produced. Remember, those all magnitude will be remains same. Okay, let's see how it will be. Okay, so suppose, as we have said, when you given three phase supply given to the stator, what happens there is three phase current starts flowing simultaneously through those windings. Okay, and as we know, the windings are separated by 120 degree each. Okay, let's take the RYB sequence of this, right? Let's take, if R is moving in this, if R donated sequence is in this direction, then sequence starts moving in anti-clockwise. So R first moves R, and then in anti-clockwise Y moves, and then comes B. So these are all 120 degree apart. Okay, so then as we know, the fluxes start producing. So here three fluxes are going to be produced, and those are all displaced by 120 degree each. Okay, so let's see, first one is phi R, phi Y and phi B. Okay, let's see the magnitude of this flux by a phasor diagram. As you know this, let's write what is a phi R. Phi R, let's denote a flux magnitude is phi m. Okay, if your magnitude is phi m, then what happens is phi r will be equal to phi r will be equal to phi m magnitude into sine of angle theta. Okay, let's take an angle theta which is going to be produced at different angles. Okay, so phi r will be producing phi m sine theta. Let's take it as a reference. So it is sine theta. Okay, you can say sine of theta minus 0. Okay, so then phi y, okay, second phase, okay, phi y will be equal to what? Phi m into sine of, it is going to produce with respect to r, we have to write, okay, with respect to r we have taken r as the reference. Okay, phi y will be equal to phi m sine of, okay, sine of theta, it is going to produce after 120 degrees, therefore it will be theta minus 120 degree. So similarly, okay, observe here, phi r we have taken as a reference, right? Phi y will be phi m into sine theta minus 120 degree, because phi y will be produced after 120 degree. Okay, phi b is then what? Phi b will be same magnitude, phi m into sine theta minus 240, because this b phase will be after y of by 120 degree and after r by 240 degree. This you can see here. Okay, r is here, okay, at a 0, and then y will be at 120 degree apart, and then this will be by 120 degree apart from this. If you are considering by this, it will be 240 degree apart. Okay, so therefore we can write all these three fluxes of r phase, y phase and b phase. Okay, then if you'd like to take a total flux phi t, then it is the vector sum of phi r, phi y and phi b for various values of theta. Now we are supposed to change the theta. Okay, so let's change the theta value. Let's take first case as a 0 degree. Okay, let's take, when you put theta equal to 0 in all this theta, in all these equations, what happens here is phi r will be equal to 0, right? Phi r will be equal to 0, and what is a phi y? Phi y will be equal to phi m sine of minus 120. Okay, and then phi b will be, so suppose if you simplify this, phi y will be what? Sine minus 120 is minus 0.866 phi m. Okay, and phi b will be phi m sine of minus 240. This will be phi b equal to 0.866 phi m. Therefore, we have got phi r, phi y, phi b when theta equal to 0. Let's calculate all these and then substitute in this equation. That is, total phi t will be equal to vector sum of all three phases individually. Okay, this we cannot do it directly. What we can do, since it has both magnitude and direction, what we have to do is, this has to be calculated by phasor diagram. Okay, so just remember all these values. Phi r is 0, one thing. Second one is phi y is minus 0.866 phi m, and then phi b will be plus 0.866 phi m. So let's take this addition vector. Okay, as we have said this, let's take this one as a phi r. Okay, and phi y will be 120 degree apart, phi b will be 120 degree apart. So here phi r is 0, right, as we have seen. So then this will not be present. Okay, and then what about this phi t? And then what about this phi t? Then phi y and phi b. What is the phi y? Phi y is minus 0.866 phi m. Its magnitude is this. Phi y is how much it is? We require minus 0.866, but what is this much? You can take it as 0.866 phi m. We require minus phi y. What we have to do is, its direction is in this way, so you can take it as a positive. If you require a negative, what we have to do is extend this in opposite direction. Okay, if you extend this one in opposite direction, here it is negative of whatever the value you have. It is minus phi y. What is minus phi y? Is nothing but your minus 0.866 phi m. Okay, so now then phi b you have, it is of 0.866 phi m, right? So now these two's vector diagram we have to do. These two's vector diagram we have to take. Observe, from total this one is 120 degree. This angle means this phase is bisected this, therefore this angle will be 60 degree. Okay, and then now what we are going to take is this one will be, see, so addition of phi t will be equal to what? Phi b minus phi y. Already minus phi y we have taken, so it should be phi b plus minus of this one. So this we have phi b, vector diagram of these two has to be taken. So again, see, this line is bisecting these two lines, therefore this angle will be 30 degree. Okay, I hope you have got this, right? So let's draw once. Okay, as we know, this will not be there. Okay, this will not be there. Then if I want minus 5y, I'll extend this is nothing but minus 5y, which is nothing but minus 0.8665m. 5b is 0.8665m. Okay, vector addition of these two we supposed to take. Then it will be, as we know, this total angle is 60 degree. Okay, because we have bisected this, these two are 120 degree bisecting, so it is 60 degree. And then again we are bisecting this to take a, see, this one. Okay, so this is again you are bisecting, so therefore angle will be 30 degree. Okay, now we require what is this one. This is nothing but your phi t. Phi t is addition of this plus this. Okay, now we need to get what is the different values, that is phi t we have to express. Okay, let's see, observe here, we have drawn phi r will be 0. Okay, so phi y we have extended, right? This is your phi t. So this is a total phi t. Then again what you have to do is extend a b line perpendicular to this line ot, phi t. Okay, so for phi t, if you extend this perpendicular line, then it looks phi t by 2 this, and phi t by 2 is this much. So in this triangle, okay, in triangle OBC, mention this as O, it is A. Okay, OA is nothing but your phi t. Okay, OA is nothing but your phi t. So then you half of that, that is OC. C, you take a point here. Okay, OC is equal to AC, right? That is OC is equal to AC, right? That is nothing but phi t divided by 2. And what about this OB? OB is what? It is 0.8665m. So in this triangle, what you have to do is, in this triangle, okay, in this triangle, define cos theta. Okay, as we know this angle is 30 degree, so define cos 30 is nothing but adjacent. Okay, adjacent divided by hypotenuse. Adjacent is OC. Okay, adjacent is OC divided by hypotenuse is OB. So this will be cos 30 is 0.866. So OC is how much? Phi t by 2 and 0.866 phi m. So therefore phi t can be calculated. This two can multiply each, right? And then this you can send to this side. So therefore phi t will be equal to 1.5 phi m. Okay, so remember this phi t will be 1.5 phi m. Total flux phi t is, remember, total flux of that phase will be, when theta equal to 0, phi t will be 1.5 phi m in magnitude, and its position is vertically upward at theta equal to 0. Okay, it is the first case. Let's take a second case, that is, let's take theta equal to 60 degree. What you have to do is, in this formula you have to substitute theta equal to 60 degree. So first one, phi r would be equal to phi m sine theta, so sine 60. Calculate this value, it is 0.866 phi m. Similarly, phi y will be equal to phi m sine theta minus 120 degree. So theta you can substitute 60. 60 minus 120 is, if you do it, you will get a minus 0.866 phi m. Phi b will be phi m sine 60 minus 240. Its value will be equal to 0, because it is 180 comes. Phi t sine of minus 180 comes. So sine of minus or plus 180 will be 0. So therefore yb will be equal to 0. So in this diagram, as we know, this is R phase, okay, and this will be your Y phase, okay, and this will be your B phase. B phase is anyhow it will be 0 now. So only your R phase and B phase will be there. So what you have to do is, so total flux phi t will be equal to summation of all three phases in vector, means through vector diagram. Okay, phi r plus phi y plus phi b will be equal to 0, means this equal to 0. Add these two. As we know, phi r is how much we have taken, that is phi r is how much? It is 0.866 phi m. We require minus phi y, therefore it is a phi y. So extend this line. Okay, if we extend this line, it is a minus phi y is nothing but your minus 0.866 0.8665 m. So add these two vectorically. Okay, then this one is your phi t. Okay, therefore what you have to do is extend this line perpendicular to this. Okay, let's take this as O, A, okay, B, and let's say C. Okay, so here what happens, this total is 60 degree, this is 30 degree, right? So in this triangle, define what is OB is total. OA is phi t, OB is phi t by 2, half of this. Okay, OC value you know, right? In this triangle OBC. Okay, so in this triangle what you have to do is OB is nothing but your AB phi t by 2, and OC is nothing but phi r is of 0.8665 m. So define in this triangle cos 30. So if you define adjacent to the hypotenuse, adjacent is OC, adjacent divided by hypotenuse is OB. Okay, see here I have written wrong. Okay, so cos 30 is defined adjacent by hypotenuse. Okay, in this triangle, so it's correct. In this triangle, this is the angle. Okay, in this triangle, this is the angle. Therefore, this will becomes your adjacent, and this will be your hypotenuse, because right angle triangles opposite will be your hypotenuse. Therefore, it should be OB divided by OC. OB is phi t by 2 and OC is 0.8665 m. Therefore, you can take phi t will be equal to, calculate this, cos 30 is 0.866 is equal to phi t by 2 divided by 0.8665 m in earlier case. Okay, if you do this, phi t will be again comes 1.55 m. Meaning of this one is total flux remains the same. When theta was equal to 0, okay, when theta was equal to 0, that time also we have got phi t equal to 1.55 m. Okay, and then now in this case also, when theta equal to 60 degree, then also we have got phi t equal to 1.55 m. Meaning is magnitude remains same, right? Magnitude is remaining same. Then the now angle is 60 degree. Okay, meaning of this one is, what we can say is, even though this phi t equal to 1.55 m remains same. Okay, so magnitude of a flux remains the same, but with the rotation of 60 degree in space in a clockwise direction. Okay, so what happens here is, what we can do is we can change the theta value for a different values. Okay, so similarly what happens here is, phasor diagram is drawn for various values of theta. Okay, if you start changing the theta for again 90 degree, okay, you can change it to 90 degree, and you can change it to 100, and you can change it to 120 degree, and so on. If you goes on changing this theta value, it can be seen that the magnitude of phi t is always 1.55 m. Okay, you remember this, phi t will be equal to 1.55 m, but it rotates in space. Okay, such a magnetic field is called as rotating magnetic field, even though there is no such rotating parts. Okay, even though supply is stationary, windings are stationary, the resultant flux produced is rotating in space with a constant magnitude and speed. Okay, this is your rotating magnetic field. I hope it is clear to you. Okay, and then what it is going to show us is, so when the three-phase stationary windings are excited by balanced three-phase supply, meaning is when a supply is given to the stator, then the resultant field produced is a rotating magnetic field. Okay, whenever you have given three-phase supply to this stator part, then there will be resulting field produced is a rotating magnetic field. Though nothing is physically rotating, the field produced is rotating in space having constant amplitude. That is, constant amplitude means magnitude, which is of 1.55 m. Okay, first, okay, this is about rotating magnetic field, and then let's see what is the speed of its. Okay, so for a standard frequency, whatever may be the speed of RMF, result is called as a synchronous speed. Okay, in case of induction motor, it is denoted as ns. Ns means synchronous speed. Okay, is nothing but your speed of rotating magnetic field, RMF. This is given by 120 f by p. Here f is the frequency in hertz, p is the number of poles. Okay, remember the direction of a rotating magnetic field depends on the phase sequence of a three phase supply. Okay, suppose if you'd like to change, okay, direction of this rotating magnetic field, what we can do is by interchanging any two terminals of the three phase winding. Okay, while conducting it to be a three phase AC supply, direction of the rotation of RMF gets reversed. Okay, what we can do is, so while giving the supply to the stator itself, if we change any two's, okay, any two's supply phase supply, if you have changed, okay, RYB instead of this RBY also, if you have given, then this rotating magnetic field's direction will be changed. Okay, what we can change is this, by changing the supply phase sequence. Okay, by changing the supply phase sequence, the direction of a three phase induction motor can be reversed. This can be noted. Okay, this is about RMF, rotating magnetic field. Thank you.